Hello and welcome to the first episode of Undead Basement Video, an ongoing video series where I, your host JD, and a few friends will be talking B-movies, underrated gems, and cult classics of all types. And today we will be talking the 1992 sci-fi action horror classic Split Second, starring Rutger Hauer, mostly directed by Tony Maylam, who also directed The Burning, a classic slasher movie that will definitely be getting a future episode. Keep your eyes peeled. In this movie, which is essentially kind of a mixture of Predator and Blade Runner, with elements of Sylvester Stallone's Cobra, taking place in a futuristic London, the future being 2008 in this movie, wherein Rutger Hauer plays a burnt-out cop with the ultra-badass name of Harley Stone, alongside his partner, played by Alistair Duncan, with the, I can't believe it's not a porno name, of Dick Durkin, a name that nearly makes me laugh every time I say it, but let's move on. Hunting down a monster that is a strange cross between Venom and a xenomorph from Aliens that is leaving behind victims with partially eaten hearts and satanic / occult-like clues of pentagrams and signs of the zodiac. Anyways, this movie is so much fun to watch if you like B-movies in general. If you like Predator, if you like Blade Runner, hell, if you like Cobra, if you like Aliens, if you like any of those types of movies, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. It's got some really fun performances. Rutger Hauer practically going completely nuts on screen, alongside Alistair Duncan, who is also going completely nuts on screen. With very entertaining banter. It's quite... Honestly, I'm surprised we never really got a buddy cop movie between these two. A standard buddy cop movie, I mean. Because these two would definitely kill it in one. Sadly, we can never get that, due to the passing of Rutger Hauer. Rest in peace. But, regardless, the movie definitely has a lot of elements that you would probably be looking for. If you like monster, if you like cyberpunk, if you like, you know, action movies from like the 80s and 90s, definitely check this out. You got appearances from other genre greats, mostly character actors such as Dick Miller, Pete Postlethwaite, and Michael J. Pollard. Each one of them adding something quite memorable to the movie. Pete Postlethwaite basically playing the rival cop to Harley Stone, who is almost essentially given lines that the police chief would normally get in a cop action movie from back then, which is crazy, but quite entertaining because Pete Postlethwaite definitely sells it. You got Dick Miller doing what Dick Miller does best in most of his movies outside of Gremlins, handing out weapons to action heroes, and just generally being fun to watch on screen. And of course you have a very brief appearance from Michael J. Pollard as a character called the Ratcatcher, I believe, at the end, who basically leads our two main heroes to the monster at the end in the sewers. Anyways, there's also Kim Cattrall, and you'd be forgiven for forgetting she was in this movie because you practically forget that she's in the movie even when she's on screen. Because, my God, is she so boring and, like, practically has very little reason to be here. Her whole character is that she's Harley's sort of girlfriend. Really, she was the wife of his partner who was killed by the monster before the movie. That he was having an affair with her and now feels incredibly guilty because of it. It doesn't really go anywhere. In fact, you could honestly have cut the whole damn thing out of the movie and you wouldn't have missed anything. But that's not the only thing that doesn't go anywhere in this movie. As they keep trying to question the origin of the monster, and it's hinted at that it's satanic, and hell, even hinted at that it's possibly the devil. But we are never given an answer as to what it is, and it's just kind of there. It doesn't go anywhere. They talk about it up till near the climax of the movie. But after that, they just sort of never give an answer. So, it is what it is, I guess. Outside of that, you have some fun action scenes. I just wish there were more of them. But the action scenes that are there are pretty fun. The finale is fun. If only they would have, like, I don't know, used their cool guns more. There's a whole scene before the climax where they go to Dick Miller and they get some, as they say, big fucking guns in the movie to use against the monster. And you see him use it a few times, but never enough that you would expect. I mean, they build up this cool-ass gun as being a cool-ass gun, and you never see them use it as much as you would expect for a movie like that. But I digress. The creature design, done by Stephen Norrington, who, as I probably mentioned before, I'm not sure if I did, also would go on to direct the other sci-fi horror classic, Death Machine, and one of my all-time favorite movies, Blade. The creature design definitely looks really good. It's essentially, it's a cross between Venom from Spider-Man and the Xenomorph from Aliens. I only wish they would have shown it a little more. They do that thing in every monster movie where they build up the appearance of the monster up till the end, where they show it in full. The issue is, there's not a whole lot of scenes where you see it in full, even at the end. You see some pieces of it. You see like a wide shot, but it's kind of brief. It's a bit too brief. And for a monster that looks that good, I think, you really honestly could have shown it more. And it's not like it would have affected the suspense or anything, in my opinion. But either way, it's still a good-looking monster, and the suspense still works. The movie looks great. If you like cyberpunk visuals of any type, this is definitely tickle your fancy there. Tickle your fancy? Anyways, this will definitely check that box for you. Since this is supposed to be a future London, it's ravaged by global warming, and it's flooded. So you got that water effect pretty much all throughout the movie. Alongside cyberpunk lighting of, you know, blues and different types of neon and stuff like that. Honestly, this movie kind of reminds me of like a 9 Inch Nails video. It kind of reminds me of the video for Head Like a Hall. Or something like that. I'm not sure. But it definitely reminds me of something that you would see in like a 90s industrial metal music video. Only without the constant amount of brown. But anyways, the music is also a lot of fun. Well, maybe not fun. It's there. It's atmospheric. It's much more in the background. This ain't Vangelis, so you're not going to get like something super spectacular or something you want to buy on CD. But the music score for this movie is still, you know, quite enjoyable for like a cyberpunk movie. It fits in pretty well. It fits. And definitely adds to the atmosphere of the movie, which is pretty good. Anyways. What else do I have to say? I can't think of anything. All I know is that this is definitely a fun movie to check out. If you're interested in, you know, having a movie night with your friends, or just love B-movies in general, and you haven't seen this movie, check this out. If you love Rutger Hauer like I do, if you love movies like Blind Fury, Hobo with a Shotgun, The Hitcher, and, you know, movies like, hell, Wanted, Dead or Alive, which is, then definitely check this movie out. It's probably my personal favorite movie that he played the lead in. Up until recently, though, you could only either get this movie on VHS, DVD, or Laserdisc. And all of them were pretty hard to find. This particular VHS, I was lucky enough to find it at Goodwill. Which is surprising to me because I never really find anything this obscure at a Goodwill. But when I do, it's always nice. There's also the DVD, which is super out of print and rare. And I definitely did not want to pay all that money for it, so no. There was also a Laserdisc, which I'm not sure if I really wanted that movie on Laserdisc. I could definitely have seen myself getting that Laserdisc, but I'm not entirely sure I wanted to pay that much for it for my collection. However, recently, last year, we got this spiffy new Blu-ray from MVD with a ton of special features, including old school featurettes, new interviews with the surviving cast members and filmmakers, alongside trailers, you name it. It's all there. Except for anything new with Rutger Hauer, who tragically passed in 2019. Great picture quality, good sound quality, definitely worth a pickup. You also get this cool little poster of the original movie cover. See right there? Yeah. I'd hang this up, but I'm not sure if I really want to. Anyways. But that is all the time for today. This has been Undead Basement Video. I've been your host, JD. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.